as he mentioned before, we have an acronym, and we've got it set up over here. It's the acronym's down the side, wellness, and tonight we'll be talking about water. Some nights we may talk about two of the topics, but tonight we're going to talk about water, and hopefully we can learn something new about water. But as Rob was saying, I think all of us would agree we want to live a longer life, not just longer, but a healthier life. Some of us have seen people who have lived a long time, but their quality of life isn't so well. But my intention is the years that God gives me is to be healthy. And we're all at different stages in that walk. Some of us are really fit. We've been doing it a long time, and some of us have just come to this and come to love what we're teaching now. So one of the things I wanted to say first about this cookbook, because I have so many cookbooks, but this is one of my favorites, and it's because almost every page has a picture. And if you're anything like me, I open a cookbook that just has a bunch of words, and I'm like, so what's that going to look like when I make this strange new dish? But this book has pictures on almost every page of what that can look like when you make it. And these are very simple recipes that we're hoping that you will be encouraged to try. And we will be demonstrating some of them here today. I'm just going to give you a little testimonial. When I came to this lifestyle, I didn't have a clue what to do, and there was no television programs back then. And there weren't many cookbooks like you'll find that have recipes like this. So I kind of trial and error was using my husband as a guinea pig. And luckily we're still married, and he survived it, and he enjoys the lifestyle that we have now. The choices we've made in our eating have brought a lot of different health. But getting back to water, water it's so important that I think that we take it for granted. We've all heard we need 8 ounces of water a day, and you try so hard to get that in. But why do we need 8 ounces of water a day? It's important because we're made up mostly of water. Our blood is 90% water, and our muscles are 75%, and our brain is 85%. So if you are not getting enough water, I mean, just think of your brain. And the circulation of the blood through there, and your mind, the thought processes are affected by what you do in everyday life. And water is one of the important keys. One of the things that we want to remember that keeps us healthy is this: when you drink the adequate amount of water, it'll keep your system hydrated. And when you do this, you're going to have not only the hydration, like your skin looking better, more elasticity in your skin, but you're also going to have a different attitude. You're going to be more alert. Sometimes I can be real sleepy when I'm on a trip, and I used to just get coffee, but now I go and I get a lot of water, and I drink water, which has side effects when you're driving, but it also wakes you up. It helps you to feel alert. So you do want that. It also can elevate your mood. Sometimes I'm very cranky today, in fact, because I've got a lot of pressure here doing this, but also I didn't get enough water today. So, these things can have an influence and an impact on even your character, the way you come across to other people. And it also can help promote energy. When you go to do exercise, we're going to be talking about exercise, but when you go to do exercise, go for that walk, or maybe do gardening, or maybe you go down to the wellness center, whatever it is. When you're well hydrated, you have your body temperature in check. Your body temperature is controlled a lot by what we drink, and you have more energy to go and actually accomplish the task you're doing, whether it's the walk or the gardening or just working out at the wellness center. All of us like to look a little younger. I know mostly women, do try to keep themselves looking as young as they can, as long as they can. And water is one of those tips that can really help you. So definitely get the water in there. Also, I don't know how many of you have been living with an older person, but my grandmother lives with me, and she gets frustrated because her memory is not like it was when she was, say, my age. But many people today are struggling with memory even at my age. And water can have some effects in your memory as far as helping you to your concentration and your alertness to be better. So that can come into play as well. Also, this, as we know, water can help us to reduce the risk of cancer, especially the cancer of bladder, the breast, and the colon cancers. Water goes hand in hand with fiber to help to cleanse our digestive tract, and you really need that water. If you eat a bunch of fiber and you don't have that water, you might have a bunch of bricks, but you need to have that water in there to keep things hydrated and moving right through. Also, you can relieve fatigue. I don't know if anybody else has ever had a lot of fatigue in their life. Water is very helpful. Headaches. Sometimes people have headaches and they don't realize it's something as simple as water. We get through the day, we've forgotten, maybe we've only had that first cup of water in the morning, and we've gone all day to lunch, and wow, we're really getting a headache. Exactly. You can take water every 10 minutes and drink like maybe drink 8 ounces of water every 10 minutes for an hour and get rid of a headache because you're just dehydrated. So that won't get rid of every headache and it won't cure everything, but water does have a really good effect on our bodies. One are scrambled eggs that you're used to. And as you start to make this, don't despair if the first time you make it you think, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. And don't despair though, because you're going to make this yours. You're going to decide, well, I like a little more of this. This isn't salty enough for me. My palate is used to some more salt or whatever it is. Or maybe it's too salty, you just adjust it. So now it looks a little more like scrambled tofu. Like I say, make it yours. Don't give up on the first try. But this is really great on Sunday. What I was going to tell you is one of the things I like to do with this is, I hope I did that right. When I make this, I make a big batch. Usually on Sunday. I don't eat this all the time. I wouldn't say that this is, the ultimate thing to eat every day of the week. But once in a while, as a treat, we will eat this. And we'll have a whole spread. We may have sausage. We may have baked potatoes that I bake in the oven with maybe some grits and some, what else we have? Biscuits and gravy. This is typical for us on Sunday or every other Sunday, something like that. And I make a batch that's big because we're not going to eat it all. And I can save this, and later on in the week when Jimmy comes home, my son comes home from school, and he wants a sandwich real quick for dinner, I make egg salad and put it on bread. Or you can take, and I think later we're going to have some breakfast burritos. You can take everything that we have for breakfast. We take every bit of it, the grits and everything, and we roll it all in a breakfast burrito, maybe put some homemade salsa on it, and that's delicious. You can have that the next day. So there's many things you can do with this. Save time, make bigger batches, and some of the things you can freeze, as you'll see coming up with other recipes.
It has 2 cups of, 2 tablespoons of olive oil in it. It has a tablespoon of syrup, maple syrup. And this is supposed to boil in 40 seconds. So anyway, to that we're going to add 3½ cups of oatmeal. And they use the trick oatmeal. It has the same nutritional value as the regular oats. It's that all these is they just run them through a chopper and chop them. So we have cayenne pepper. If you can't take cayenne, you can leave it out. Or if you want to cut out, it's got I think it's 1/4 of a teaspoon. And you'll get the recipe for it. You can cut down to less if you don't like it, but that little, it's not a lot of kick, but it's just a little bit. It has a 1½ tablespoons of garlic powder. It has 2 of onion, 1 of sage, and 1 of Italian seasoning. All right, how's this thing supposed to get hot? All right, it also has a fourth of a cup of nutritional yeast flakes, and you've noticed these already been used twice. And if you get a jug of it and look on there, it has a whole list of B vitamins, things that are really good for you. And it also has a B12. If you're a vegetarian and you worry about a B12, it has B12 in it. If you get lucky like I did, I went to the health food store, my jug got low, and I wanted to buy another one, and they were out of them. I said, oh my goodness. But it was a blessing, because they also sell it at Virginia's, and hopefully when we get to Whole Foods, it'll be in bulk. And the bulk is, this is 10 ounce, you get a pound for half the price of this 10 ounce. So you look around for that. And, all right, we're going to add 3½ cups of oatmeal to it. You stir it in when it's boiling, and as soon as you get it stirring good, you take it off the heat, and you continue to stir. Now this will make, I generally make 24, 28 patties out of it. It depends on the size you want them. This needs to be a little hotter for it to sit. And then I like to use ice cream scooper, and I fill it almost full, and it'll make probably 25, 26 patties. I have where's my tray? I didn't bring my tray. A metal tray. I have a metal tray similar to this, and I line maybe six of them up, and I like to use the back of a cup and mash them flat, and then you can freeze them. They'll freeze within about 2 hours on the cookie sheet. You stick it in your freezer. And well, you can. I have a bigger one that I have packed 2 of them to take, and we can taste them in a minute. I made a little bit smaller size for the demonstrations, but you want them maybe 3/4 of an inch or 1/2 inch thick, and you can get them proportioned to the size you want. And I don't think this is going to get where we can cook it tonight and try it, but...
Is the mic on? Okay, good evening. Tonight I'm going to be demonstrating the baked oatmeal, and it's in this cookbook right here. And oatmeal is a wonderful breakfast food, and the reason why is because not only is it healthy, because it's heart healthy, it fights cholesterol and things like that, but also it stays with you throughout, till lunchtime. So it's also a great snack food. What we're going to do is we're going to put all this together. I've already got my oatmeal in here, and we're going to add our salt for a little bit of flavor, and then we got our oil. And when you're using oil, you really want to use the olive oil. That's the best. Oh, actually, let's just put in the oil water. Actually, I made a mistake. We were supposed to put the salt and oil in the water. Can you get me some more salt, please? Ooh, it's already boiling. Ooh, it's already hot. Okay. I'm going to put this in there. I remember I will not.
You sit upside down anywhere.
Don't want to put it on the table.
Yeah, this side has a tree.
Ah, okay. Awesome. Okay, so we'll have extra salt. Okay, the oil's going in here and the salt. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the dates. This will be your sweetener. So anytime that you're needing something sweet, instead of using sugar, you can use honey or maple syrup or fruit like these dates. Thank you. And or you can use, what else is a sweetener? That's stevia. That's usually the ones that I use. So we're just going to do that. And we also have some coconut going in here. And you want to get the unsweetened kind because it has sugar on it if you get the sweetened. So we're just going to stir this up and we're going to pour the boiling water into the dry mix and just pour it into our casserole dish and put it in the oven and bake it. And when it comes out, we're going to slice it up like you would do brownies or something. And then you can just, it's good, cold or hot. So if you want to put it in the refrigerator for later and just take it out for the kids to take a snack or on the road with you so you don't have to stop in the drive-thru or anything, you can just do that. Okay. Let's see. This to this. And you can add any, once you, with baked oatmeal, which it comes out in a little brownie-like, stiff, so it's not like oatmeal, but I was thinking of oatmeal, for any kind of fruit. You don't have to use dates, you could use anything. Put cinnamon in here, you could put whatever suits your fancy. Here. It smells so good. Like coconut. I smell the coconut, I love coconut. Okay. Oh, coconut oil is another good oil. That would be a great oil in this. Coconut oil instead of your other oils. We're going to pour this in here. Coconut oil and olive oil are the two oils that I use. The other oils are not healthy. So I'm just going to spread this around. And we're going to pretend that it's going in the oven, and then we've got some that's going to be already done. And this will get done in a finish. Alright. It's like great fast food. Oh, where'd my oven go? Here it is. You gotta put it in. And then we actually did these in little balls. So, however you want to do them. You do them in little balls. I actually think it's easier just to slice it up in the pan. So, alright.
Thank you. Thanks, Destiny. Can we get a round of applause for Destiny? That was wonderful. And Destiny, if you'll just step around in front of the tables, and we'll give you a few minutes. If anyone has any questions about oatmeal, where oatmeal derives from, how to prepare oatmeal prior to being oatmeal.
Oatmeal is pretty self-explanatory. You might not need a demonstration for that.
Where do you get your sugar-free coconut?
You have to get that at the health food store because all the grocery stores is always going to be sweetened. So always read your labels because they're, it's going to tell you it has sugar. Or in the front it'll just say sweetened. It's always in the baker's aisle, the grocery store. So health food store, and it is a little pricey. I have a video on doing your own coconut, but it's really good like that. And you can do it ahead of time, put it in the freezer. When you have a day, when you're not doing anything else, you just want to make a day of it, have fun with it. Try cooking those coconuts, put it in the food processor, shreds it, put it in bags, put it in the freezer, and that is awesome. Yes.
Fresh Market has the unsweetened.
Okay, yes.
It's a lot cheaper than buying
Okay.
it.
Fresh Market has it. Can y'all hear? Fresh Market has the unsweetened coconut for cheaper than the health food store. Very good. I forgot about Fresh Market. And Sam says coconut flour. And we're getting a Whole Foods in Mobile, so that will be really good. Any other questions?